Hello and welcome to today's edition of Explosive Weekend Debate here on CNN News 18. I'm Kritsween Walia. Viewers, on the 16th of January, Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan was attacked and stabbed at his residence in what's being called a burglary attempt gone horribly wrong. For the last 3 days, the Mumbai police has been on a wild goose chase until this morning. In a big breakthrough, the Mumbai police arrested 30-year-old Mohammad Shariful Islam Shehzad, who has been sent to 5-day police custody by the Bandra court earlier today. What has raised eyebrows is an alleged Bangladeshi link in the case. The Mumbai police have alleged that the accused is a Bangladeshi national. However, the accused's lawyer has denied these claims and alleged that he's been living in India for many years now. The accused's identity has, however, sparked a political face-off from Shiv Sena, UBT to Congress. All opposition parties in Maharashtra are calling this a complete collapse of law and order and alleging central government's failure in curbing illegal immigration. To this, the BJP has instead trained guns at the opposition while calling it an attempt to communalize the issue. The BJP has accused INDI parties like Congress and TMC of protecting illegals for vote bank politics. The threat of illegal infiltration, viewers, cannot be ignored, but the question is, will loose political rhetoric solve the problem? We'll talk about that with our experts joining us at 9 p.m. this evening. But first up, the top voices on this big story.
There is a primary evidence to anticipate that this accused is Bangladeshi. He doesn't have a Indian valid document.
ये तो पुलिस का ऐसा मानना है. पुलिस ने ऐसा भी कोई भी एविडेंस प्रोड्यूस नहीं किया या फिर कोई ऐसे डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं दिखाए जिससे ये साबित हो सके कि वो बांग्लादेशी. पुलिस ने सिर्फ अपना ग्राउंड्स रखा है कि वो 7 साल से यहाँ रह रहा है और उनको ऐसा लगता है कि ये बांग्लादेशी है. अभी वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन जब करेंगे तब इससे मालूम पड़ेगा कि वो बांग्लादेशी है या इंडिया है.
अराजकता फैला रहे, उनको एक एक को पकड़कर वापस बांग्लादेश भेजा जाएगा.
बहुत बड़े व्यापक रूप से जांच होने की आवश्यकता है. ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि वो बांग्लादेशी होकर हमारे यहाँ आकर रह रहा है और उसको कोई खोज खबर नहीं.
सवाल तो केंद्र सरकार पे खड़े होंगे कि इतने बड़े पैमाने पर इतने 5-6 स्टेट को क्रॉस करके लोग महाराष्ट्र तक कैसे पहुँचते हैं. क्या करती है बीएसएफ, क्या करती है मिलिट्री हमारी.
Let's quickly open this up with national spokesperson of the BJP, Pradeep Bhandari, along with PK Jain, former additional DGP, Maharashtra Police. Unfortunately, our representatives from the opposition party are not through as yet. Pradeep, I'm not sure if they'll be able to hear you, but I want to begin with you because much of the opposition heat currently staring at the Bharatiya Janata Party. They're saying the central government has totally failed in curbing illegal immigration. And today, what we're seeing in Mumbai, a high-profile celebrity being attacked in this manner, is one of the many fallouts of the same.
See, the larger point is that the entire opposition was waiting with bated breath that if the accused would not have been from the community which belonged to their vote bank and coincidentally would have been a Hindu, they would have started tweeting and building a fake narrative that so much communal politics is going on in the country. That is the result of it. Oh, there is so much hatred. This is the result of Hindutva politics. But unfortunately, all their fake narrative is flopped because the accused has turned out to be Mohammad Shariful Islam Shehzad. My question here is that why those who were initially concerned about it have completely been tight-lipped on the name of the accused because they practice communal politics, number one. Number two, we traditionally and historically have been against illegal immigrants. As I speak, a list of 20,000 illegal immigrants has been readied by Delhi police. But remember that which are the parties for them this illegal immigrant is a vote bank. These are parties like the Aam Aadmi Party, these are parties like the Congress, and I will illustrate you with a small example. Arvind Kejriwal on 16th of January, when we got to know that the attack happened on the actor Saif Ali Khan at 2 a.m. It was all over the place at 6 a.m. Mr. Kejriwal does a press conference within 6 hours. Now on the 19th, when the attacker is caught, Mr. Kejriwal is completely tight-lipped of the name of the attacker, which is Mohammad Shariful Islam Shehzad. Why? Because he knows that if he will speak on the attacker, it will hurt his vote bank in Delhi. So can we have unanimity in our Indian opposition partner, in the Indian opposition alliance, Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party and TMC, that when we get NRC, why do they oppose? When we get CAA, why do they want the Rohingyas? And another point, the MHA in 2021, 22, 23 has written to the states that please identify illegal immigrants. But if they do not identify, they link it to elections, it is not our fault. Even in Jharkhand we were raising it, but the Congress party was busy giving gas cylinders to the illegal immigrants. Can they at least name the accused on your show? What is the name of the accused? Can they name the accused on the show? Because they were planning to get Mr. Kanojia as the main accused. Suddenly when the Congress party realized it's not Kanojia, but it is Shariful Islam Shehzad, they've completely been tight-lipped.
Okay. So, Abhishek Agnihotri, Shiv Sena UBT representative, along with political analyst Professor Manojit Mandal are through with us as well. Professor Mandal, I'll come to you in just a bit because, Pradeep has raised some direct questions with the TMC, also with the Congress, and Sena UBT, interestingly, was one of the first parties to talk about, the accused link to Bangladesh. Now, how do you respond to what Pradeep has just said, Mr. Agnihotri?
This is not only for the state government responsibility. Actually बात यहाँ पे ये आती है कि जो सेना तैनात है बॉर्डर पे, वो जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है, यहाँ जितने भी पैनलिस्ट हमारे बैठे हैं उनको सबको पता है कि वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा क्या गाइडलाइंस हैं, जो इमिग्रेंट्स आते हैं या कोई बाहरी लोग आते हैं उनके लिए क्या गाइडलाइंस है, उनके प्रति क्या उनका रवैया है, कितना इनका मृदुल रवैया है कि कोई भी व्यक्ति कहीं से भी आ जाता है और उसके बाद एक मुंबई जैसे शहर में किसी भी सेलिब्रिटी के ऊपर हमला कर देता। मैं यहाँ सेलिब्रिटी का पक्षधर तो नहीं हूँ, बट क्या है ना कि किसी भी व्यक्ति की, कोई कॉमन पर्सन हो, कोई भी आम इंसान हो, उसकी भी जान की परवाह वैसे ही होनी चाहिए, वैसे ही एक्शन होना चाहिए जैसे कि सैफ अली खान के ऊपर हमले के बाद हुआ।
नहीं, सवाल ये पूछा जा रहा है अग्निहोत्री जी कि अभी तक आपको आपत्ति थी कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इज अ प्रॉब्लम इन महाराष्ट्र। सबसे पहले 2 दिन यही बातचीत चल रही थी, कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी हो ऑपोजिशन में महाराष्ट्र में, कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इज गॉन फॉर अ टॉस, देयर इज अ कंप्लीट कोलैप्स ऑफ लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, बैक टू बैक मर्डर्स, threat calls, all of that is happening, is being witnessed against some of the high profile people, and suddenly this Bangladeshi link comes and you're using this as a political opportunity, is what the BJP says today.
नहीं, मैं वही तो बात कह रहा हूँ ना कि ये जो मतलब हमारी जब सीमाएं कहीं पर सुरक्षित देश की नहीं है, तो इसके लिए एक सोचनीय विषय सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के लिए भी होना चाहिए ना। यहाँ पे बांग्लादेश गवर्नमेंट, ये बंगाल गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर, बंगाल गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर, पर
आप मुझे बताइए आपके मित्र इनका फर्जी आधार कार्ड क्यों बना रहे हैं? क्या आप इसका अटैकर का नाम क्या है?
बंगाल गवर्नमेंट वो सिक्योरिटी जो है,
नहीं, अटैकर का नाम क्या है?
गवर्नमेंट का रोल नहीं है।
अरे
आप बात समझिए, मैं कह रहा हूं
गुरुजी, अटैकर का नाम क्या है?
ओनली फॉर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट।
अरे अटैकर का नाम क्या है? 1998 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने मुंबई से इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स को बांग्लादेश भेजने की बात करी थी, लेफ्ट ने रोक दिया था, बोला था भारतीय हैं। क्या आप शरद पवार से लिखवा सकते हो कि एनआरसी होनी चाहिए?
आप अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से बाहर।
अरे हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, तभी जाके हमने 80% बॉर्डर सील कर ली है, 19,000 घुसपैठियों को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर रहे, 19,000 घुसपैठियों को हम भेज रहे हैं।
हो गया है तो 20% की और कितनी बार टर्म की गवर्नमेंट आपको चाहिए भाई?
अरे आप बताओ क्या एनआरसी होनी चाहिए?
2014
Pradeep, but the counter that's coming in from the opposition also cannot be completely ruled out, right? Because everybody today says while their argument against the BSF doesn't hold true, the BSF is doing what it's supposed to do, but the argument against the central government about this alleged laxness on the borders is also a valid concern. How are we seeing the influx of so many illegals?
First of all, the data and facts tells us that these are not the illegal immigrants have gone down. So if your data team will get it, it will find that the illegal immigration from Bangladesh is happening since post-independent, since formation of Bangladesh, and it has been rapid in the Congress era. I am asking a simple question, that can my gentleman here tell us that if we send the illegal immigrants back, can he get the support of his alliance partners? Because when we were getting NRC, they created a huge UN cry. When we were getting a CA, they created a huge UN cry. Now, why are they silent when they know that the illegal immigrant, the Gusbetiya, is Mohammad Shariful Islam Shehzad? At least call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Why is he not calling a spade a spade? And just 10 seconds. All these individuals who become vote bank, none of them vote for the Bharatiya Janata Party. All of them vote for the India Alliance. So we have no incentive in it.
1 second. अग्निहोत्री जी 30 seconds to you. मेरा सवाल ये है, और मैं सिर्फ प्रदीप का सवाल डायरेक्ट कर रही हूँ. वो कह रहे हैं कि अगर ये शफीकुल रहमान नहीं होते और इनका नाम कुछ और होता तो आपको अलग आपत्ति होती. आज आपको सडनली बांग्लादेशी इमिग्रेंट वाला एंगल एक रीजन की वजह से, कारण की वजह से सिर्फ याद आ रहा है.
नहीं, हाइपोथेटिकल बात तो कुछ भी नहीं की जा सकती. यहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ एक बात कह रहा हूँ कि कोई भी व्यक्ति विदेशी सरजमी से आकर इस तरह की आतंकित घटना को घटित करता है तो आपत्ति तो जाहिर बात सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की.
मैं कोई हाइपोथेटिकल सवाल नहीं कर रहा. महराज हुसैन कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता हैं और ये कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता ने ट्वीट करा है सैफ अली खान पर हमले करने का संदिग्ध आरोपी कनौजिया है. समझ में आ चुका है कि किस तरीके से नफरती XXYZ ही सेड. भाई कांग्रेस पार्टी ने ट्वीट किया है, मैंने नहीं ट्वीट किया. जवाब दो भाई, आपके साथ अलायंस में.
निजी राय, निजी विचार अपना कोई भी व्यक्ति रखने की सक्षम, उनको क्या लगा मुझे नहीं पता.
अरे निजी क्या, कांग्रेस पार्टी का नेता है.
वोट बैंक की राजनीति का एलिगेशन लगाया जा रहा है कांग्रेस पार्टी के खिलाफ, और कांग्रेस पार्टी आपकी आला है, आपकी पार्टनर है. सर, आप लोग अभी इलेक्शन चुनाव साथ में लड़े, इसलिए वो सवाल आपसे पूछा जा रहा है. बट आई कम टू यू इन अ बिट. Abhishek ji, I'll come to you in a bit. I want to go across to Professor Manojit Mandal and then take in a quick comment from PK Jain ji as well, who can perhaps offer us a neutral perspective. Professor Mandal, BJP time and again has cited, while your party has been leveling some very grave allegations, not just against the central government, against our forces as well, which was spearheaded very recently by TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee. There are ministers like Firhad Hakim who've been named by senior BJP leaders in West Bengal, and they say they're facilitating voter ID cards and Aadhaar cards for some of these illegal immigrants.
I think BJP party as a party doesn't believe in any kind of sane logic. The Aadhaar card, voter ID card, these are the responsibilities of the central government. As he's manning the border. Please stop your nonsense.
In the state we don't make it. क्या बोल रहे हैं आप?
Please stop your nonsense now. Please stop your nonsense.
Nobody's going to get personal.
Let me speak.
Let's please, Mr. Mandal, please let's be civil.
Scuttling one speech is also very much personal, and I'll get into his skin if he stops me, because I did not stop him. The fact remains that the borders are not being properly manned, especially at this point in time. When there is a grave crisis in the neighborhood, everyone knows for the last 6-7 months, the border security forces should have been more vigilant, and they should have taken the police forces of that particular state on board. And I repeat, maximum number of infiltrations are happening in the northeastern region, which are largely controlled and ruled by the BJP. Tripura, Assam, two of the biggest states.
He's lying again. All of these are places where they are caught. Can Mr. Mandal name the infiltrator here?
What kind of a nonsense is this?
No, Mr. Mandal, you are doing nonsense, Mr. Mandal. Can you name the infiltrator?
Assam.
अरे infiltrator का नाम बताओ.
For me, the criminal is Shariful.
What is his name? What is his name?
Shariful is a criminal and Pragya
Singh what is his name? You can name Gopal Mishra, you can name anybody else. What is the name of the criminal?
Behaving like a goon
no, but Pradeep, do you have proof to substantiate when your party leaders come out to say that the TMC leaders are vocally saying and telling their supporters and leaders to facilitate their voter ID cards and Aadhaar cards?
There is a racket.
Do you have proof?
Yes, South 24 Parganas, there was a racket which was caught of how illegal immigrants' voter ID card was made. Mr. Mandal was on the debate. I will tell you, 22 Bangladeshi arrested yesterday. From August, more than 160 infiltrators arrested in Assam. Can he tell us? I challenge Mr. Mandal. Mr. Mandal.
But Pradeep, to be fair to him also, there are arrests that are taking place in West Bengal as well.
Not without the support of the central government.
And some of them are associated with terror outfits too.
That is what we are saying. They are making Bengal a terror haven for their vote bank. Can you tell us one infiltrator whose vote bank has been, whose Aadhaar card has been made by a BJP government?
2 days ago, the Bengal police gunned down a person.
Sir, this
who
is
was
the
running
name of
into
the
Bangladesh.
infiltrator.
So
Can you
BSF
name
would
the
have-
infiltrator
would
on the
have
show?
left him scot-free. Bengal police gunned down that
Mr.
criminal.
Mandal, what's the name of the infiltrator?
Sajjak. I am naming you also as a goon on TV. Bengal
Okay,
police
you
has
can
gunned
name
down.
Pradeep, let him
Mr.
respond, and
Mandal.
I need to quickly go across to PK Jain ji. He's been waiting
You
very
can't
patiently.
name the infiltrator for your
Pradeep,
vote
please,
bank
let him
purpose.
complete. Sir, please complete. Professor
You
Mandal,
are
I need to go
nonsense
across to
on
PK
TV.
Jain ji. Please go ahead, make your point. Quickly, sir. Okay, I'll quickly let PK Jain ji come in, and then we can get back to this fiery exchange, the political back and forth that's going on. PK Jain ji, now there are some very valid concerns here as well, and we cannot downplay it, we cannot sideline it or brush it aside, because Bangladeshi or not, that's not confirmed as yet, by the way. The defense lawyer says that he's been staying here, he's very much an Indian. We'll get to know in the next 5-6 days, and Saif Ali Khan's personal statement becomes very important here. So that is still to be found out. But that said, there are citizens and opposition parties in Maharashtra who say if this can happen to a Saif Ali Khan, it can happen to anybody else. And maybe it is already happening to so many people and goes unreported and is not taken as seriously.
It's a matter of fact that this could have happened to anybody in that building. It unfortunately happened to him. It became a big news. Cases like this do sporadically keep happening. There are thousands of burglaries that take place in Mumbai and Maharashtra. This is one of them. Now, when an attempt was made to catch him, he probably whipped out a knife and stabbed Saif Ali Khan and the maid. But to my mind, now the police claim that they have arrested one individual, one criminal. To my mind, there would be somebody from the inside who would be helping this criminal. I mean, this cannot be a simple open and shut case that he entered the building, he went to the top floor and entered the building. The very fact, generally my experience has been that in a high-rise building, a thief attempts a burglary from outside. He generally uses the drain pipe and things like that. In this case, he has gone by the stairs, he has gone to the top floor. And then the doors cannot be opened that easily. He has opened a door, he went inside, he's gone inside. And then subsequently he managed to escape from the room where he was locked.
But there's a lot of answering, Mr. PK Jain ji, for the police to do in Maharashtra. Bangladeshi or not, illegal immigrant or not, I mean, this has happened in Maharashtra. And whether or not he's living in Maharashtra for the past 7 years, that, by the way, is another very interesting story. The remand note says that he's been living in Maharashtra or Mumbai for the past 7 years. And the police in the press conference earlier said he's been here for the last 5-6 months. So there are varied versions coming to light. Clearly, a lot of explanation to do for the police.
So 5-6 months was I think there were 2-3 other suspects who were caught. One of them was probably said to be living in Mumbai for the last 5-6 months. There have been always false leads in such cases. When the media pans out a photo, a lot of responses are received by the police control room or the investigating officer. He verifies them, rules out the involvement of a particular individual. In this case, they've already ruled out 3. Now there's the 4th one who's been taken into custody, formally arrested. Let us wait for the police investigation to be completed. It's a fact of life that only 8 to 10% of the burglaries get detected by the police, not only in Mumbai, all across the country and in the world. So therefore, to say that the police are not doing their job, they are making their best efforts. Let us see whether this fellow comes out or turns out to be the actual accused, or whether he has any accomplices, whether there's somebody from the inside. There are different stories floating around. The police have to rule out, weed out the truth, and then present a coherent picture. They are saying that kindly allow us the investigation. We will come out with the facts before the public and before the media.
Okay,
so I think we should wait and watch.
Okay, we should wait and watch. But if the opposition is saying that 4 of those states bordering Bangladesh are ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party, how is this happening? How is that invalid, Pradeep?
Well, the illegal immigrant initially had come through Bengal is also one of the news which is coming in. But allow me to just expose Mr. Mandal on your show. Mr. Mandal says that he is against illegal immigrants. This is Mamata Banerjee's official tweet 7 years back, where she says that she supports the plea to help the Rohingyas. She believes that Rohingyas are common people, they cannot be terrorists. She's extremely concerned about Rohingyas. This is why they opposed our plea for NRC when we were getting against illegal immigrants. You asked me a specific question on the TMC leader. This is on November 26, 2023. This is Ratna Biswas, a local TMC leader. She says that we should give voter IDs to Bangladeshi immigrants. All these illegal immigrants who get their voter IDs because of support from state governments end up voting the India Alliance. None of them vote the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay,
so
this happens and then you say that we're making arrests against some of these illegal immigrants and terrorists in West Bengal. Mr. Mondal.
We are, but I have restrained. Why is he not naming the accused?
Okay, Pradeep, he got it. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Mondal.
First of all, these tweet, I don't know why does he getting it, where does he get it from? If you go by the data of the central government, the affidavit of the Supreme Court, 40,000 Rohingyas are staying in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. Now, who rules Jammu and Kashmir? I repeat, 40,000. That is the affidavit placed in the Supreme Court. And you could deport only 7 of them. 7, just 7. If they are illegally staying in this country, deport them. Or
we are, but you are supporting them.
All the.
Do you support NRC?
No, you are an illegal on
TV. No, I am not an illegal immigrant, Mr. Mandal.
Mr. Mandal, the simple question being asked is... Mr. Mandal, the simple question being asked is, if your leaders have been spotted saying this, that please provide or help these people with voter IDs, with Aadhaar cards. How are you brushing aside that image by saying, look, we're also making arrests? That's the simple question being asked.
I am answering the question simply, but you are not allowing me to answer. The fact remains that it is a Bengal police who are making the arrest. Day before yesterday, the Bengal police...
He even lied on your affidavit. I got the affidavit. He's a liar. No, Mr. Mandal, you are a liar. On 2017, you quoted the affidavit wrongly. 2017, the affidavit said, you are a liar. The affidavit said that Rohingyas pose a threat to India's security, and you are saying that we are shielding the Rohingyas. You are a liar, Mr. Mandal. This is the affidavit.
Mr. Pradeep, why not taking responsibility of the borders?
He is lying. You know, the problem is, Abhishek, you can perhaps comment on this. The problem is, if we start seeing a pattern, a broad pattern, while there are questions that need to be asked to the central government, and this is a problem, we need a coherent policy. This needs to go beyond political rhetoric. But before I take that to Pradeep, Abhishek, the larger problem arises when you see a recurrent pattern of vote bank politics being given importance over issues concerning national security.
BJP shelters the criminals.
Why is central government is liberal about immigrants? I am not why are you not taking hard action about that? Border and also all this, forces are in your hands. Then why are you not taking action?
Acha, so state law and order is a state subject is one. Borders are the central government's responsibility, Pradeep. Till the time there is an end to this menace, this question is only going to be asked to the central government.
On 8th August 2017.
But we do need a coherent policy.
Yes, I agree. But on 8th August 2017, the Ministry of Home Affairs issued an advisory asking all state governments to take proper steps to identify illegal immigrants and initiate deportation process without any delay. Tell me how many illegal immigrants has Bengal identified? Not even a single. Mr. Mandal, you are lying openly. You could not name the accused who is an illegal immigrant because he comes from the vote bank.
Responsibility of 20% border.
Had he been a Hindu, you would have gone naming him across.
You know, there's another interesting observation that we've made as a journalist, that this whole idea of deportation of illegals and illegal immigrants pan-India also surfaces in election cycles.
You're sheltering them.
Gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Investigations have just begun, but yes, it's an all-out appeal that we do need a coherent policy around this menace, because it's adding to a lot of dangers that are hampering our social and economic fabric. Thank you for joining us on this very special discussion. That's all the time we have. Heading to a very short break. On the other side, Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal has come into effect 15 months after the war began. We'll get you more details and a very special report. We'll be right back.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said he expects the Palestinian militant group Hamas to begin releasing hostages on Sunday. Netanyahu's office issued the statement on Friday before Israel's cabinet approved a ceasefire and hostage release deal with Hamas. The Gaza ceasefire deal is aimed at releasing Israeli captives and ending 15 months of war that devastated the Palestinian enclave. The war was triggered by the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack on Israeli communities that killed 1,200 and saw more than 250 hostages taken back to Gaza, according to Israeli tallies. Israel's military retaliation reduced much of Gaza to rubble. Palestinian officials say the operation killed over 46,000 people and displaced most of the tiny enclave's pre-war population of 2.3 million.
Welcome back. A long-awaited ceasefire started in Gaza, bringing respite to the war-torn region after 15 long months. This after Hamas released the first 3 Israeli hostages and handed them over to Red Cross in Gaza. We get you the latest details in this ground report, but listen in to what the Israeli government has to say about the deal that came through after a marathon meeting.
No doubt that the efforts that America invested, and of course President Trump that came with a very powerful message right after his elections, and they were coordinated, both administration. So altogether, of course, the involvement of America, the strong involvement of America, the strong involvement of President Trump was very, very influential and helpful during the last weeks. It's not that the President Trump and the incoming administration forced us to do something we didn't want to do. We worked together to achieve a goal that was very important for us, and President Trump was very helpful in achieving that goal. But whoever describes it differently, I think, is not accurate with what happened.
Hamas's leadership has been defeated. Hamas as a military no longer poses a threat to Israel. Your former defense minister Gallant said that all of the war conditions and goals had been achieved last summer, as well as the defense establishment. Given your commitment to bringing all of the hostages home, barring a major infraction by Hamas in breaking this deal, are you committed to seeing phase 2 and phase 3 implemented, and thus the release of all of the hostages?
I disagree that it was achieved. We see the pictures from Gaza today. Hamas is still in power in Gaza. What happened if they will stay in power? It is not automatic to move from one phase to the other phase. And also the United States of America agree. It's not automatic. We will negotiate with good faith. We want the full deal to be successful, but we will not abandon the objectives. If we could achieve these objectives in another way.
That's all we could pack for you in this edition of the Explosive Weekend Debate. Thank you so much for joining in. That's all we could get you. Good night.
Trump will not bring change, he will bring upheaval. Very soon after Trump takes over, now it won't be the same America again. Not quite the same world. Let's track that transition.